everyone, welcome back. Kapil here. Today I'm going to talk about my long-term review about MacBook Pro with M1PRO chip. Apple released the MacBook Pro with M1PRO chip in October 2021, but I bought my MacBook Pro in January 2022. So I've been using it like for almost 8 months. So I decided why not give a long-term review about this particular device because I have been using it as my main computer. This is my only computer that I use. That's a different thing. I have recently ordered a MacBook Air. I will talk about it in another video once I receive it. There is new M1, M1 Pro, M2 chips by Apple are very revolutionary chips. They have far exceeded our expectation when it comes to performance and power consumption for personal computing. I bought 14-inch MacBook Pro with 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 16 neural engines, 16 GB RAM and 1 TB SSD. I bought it for 2,40,000 to be exact, 2,39,900. Yep, this MacBook is not a cheap product. It's quite expensive, especially with all this customization like additional RAM, storage, etc. So I basically got a mid-range as far as MacBooks are concerned. I did not opt it for the Max chip because it was not required for me. Since these are expensive, these are not meant for everyday users or students. These are actually pro machines meant for pro users who are actually going to consume or use the resources or the power these machines have got. So basically these are meant for people who actually make money using this computer. It's not meant for students who are just using it for some educational purpose or just for entertainment, media consumption. It is not meant for such users. And even not meant for users like who are just using some spreadsheet, word processing, mails, browsing. You can go for an Air, MacBook Air if you are into only such limited use. And basically 90% of the computer or personal computer users are just using it for mails, browsing or even sometimes gaming. So this is not meant for an everyday user or a student. Prior to this MacBook Pro, the one with M1PRO chip, I was using the Intel Based Mackbook Pro. I got it in April 2020, during lockdown. Somehow my dealer managed to deliver it. I got it also for 2,39,000. Its configuration was Intel Core i9, 16 GB RAM and 1 TB SSD. So it was also beast. But once I got my hands on this M1 Pro, I can say it was just a baby. I mean the Intel one when compared to this M1 Pro. See, the price is almost same. There is not much difference even in the generation. I got one in 2020 and another in 2021. Or basically I got it a little late. I got it in 2022, but still there was just almost like 1 year difference between when I purchased them. But still the performance is like the difference in performance is like as if there are 4 or 5 years of difference in the generation. Since Core i9 by Intel is also not a slow chip, so it was supposed to be fast. It was fast but not as fast as this M1 Pro. See, I'm basically a sysadmin and also content creator, and I use my MacBook Pro for all my tasks. This is my only computer right now. I log into a lot of remote servers, Linux as well as Windows, and I manage them remotely using my MacBook. I even use my MacBook Pro for video editing. I'm using Final Cut Pro. I even use it for browsing the web, even handling support tickets, managing billing and each and every kind of task related to my hosting company. I even manage my support team or my staff over Slack. I even use Skype on it. I even run some scripts in background in terminal to manage or monitor my servers. This script, like basically my MacBook Pro is on 24/7 and these scripts are running at regular intervals. They connect to my servers, run certain tasks and then store the output for me. Even while traveling, I either take my iPad if it's just a 1 or 2 day trip, or if it's a long trip, I carry my MacBook Pro, and I never had problem whether it's about the weight or the portability. It's quite portable, maybe a little heavy than the MacBook Air, but still it's manageable, and the performance has never been an issue. And plus the battery life, I really like the battery life. Like while traveling, I hardly charge if it's a 2 or 3 days travel. I hardly connect it to the power point because it's not really needed, because while traveling I'm not going to work on it like 10 hours a day. So I never had problem with that either. So it's actually quite portable and very good while traveling also. And when I am at home or office, it's always connected to my LG monitor. It's always docked and connected with my Apple keyboard, my LG monitor, Apple trackpad, and even a few SSDs are connected on which I do my video editing. I even use this MacBook Pro to edit some photos or thumbnails, etc. on it. So basically I use this MacBook Pro to manage my whole hosting business as well as my whole YouTube channel. Basically each and every task it handles without a sweat. Like I never found my MacBook Pro to get slow or laggy. Yeah, that's one of the reason I opted for the 16 GB version. And you won't believe I always have almost like more than 1 million emails, because my mail, I'm using the Apple inbuilt mail client, and I have like 6 or 7 email accounts in it, and some of them are like more than 10 years old, that have each and every server logs in them. They even have day-to-day copy of the support tickets. So they're like, I basically daily receive thousands of emails, and they are all stored or handled by my mail client. So even while I'm editing videos, I don't close my mail client or browser. Even in my browser, I always have more than 10 or 15 tabs open. So with all these things running, like mail client, browser, Slack, Skype, then secure CRT where at least 20 to 30 servers are always connected. Sometimes even the 1 or 2 RDP sessions are open, and some scripts running in terminal, and I even use Chrome and a few two-factor authentication software. All these things are always running. I never close them. And even when they are running, and if I am editing videos in Final Cut Pro, it works like a hot knife going through butter. It's buttery smooth. So basically my conclusion or my final opinion is that M1PRO is a beast machine. I mean, this MacBook Pro with M1PRO chip is actually a beast machine. I'm even not talking about the Max chip. I'm not sure who actually buys the Max chip. I have been handling so many tasks without any problem. I don't think I will need to upgrade it in the near future, because right now also it's running so smoothly. So I think this MacBook Pro is basically not for everyone. As I told earlier, it's not meant for students or everyday user. So if you are a pro user like me who is doing multiple tasks on daily basis, high resource intensive tasks, I'm talking about resource intensive tasks, then and only then go for this. And if you're one of those users, don't think twice, just go for it. It's one of the best machine available today. If you have any doubt, just ask them in comment. I will try my best to answer it. So that's all for this video. I hope you like the video. Make sure to click the thumbs up like button, and do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And also do press the bell icon so that you can get notified about the future videos. Just a note, I will be receiving my new MacBook Air very soon with the M2 chip. I will make a proper review video with unboxing and lots of other stuff in it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so that even you can view that video. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.